Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 22 with me, Mr. Searly P. Ladies and gentlemen, these are mods for Friday, December the 1st. Apologies for the delay. We have a few updates as well. The map, the Newton's Hedge by Design Farming, Tina, Inc, CelobukiModding 88, Ditch FS. That one doesn't say if it needs a new save game or not. Court Farm Country Park by Oxygen David has had an update. Lighting has changed. The ability to buy the periphery, the verges of the map around the outside, officially. Now, that says you don't need to do a save game unless you want to be able to buy all the periphery. If you want to be able to buy all the periphery, the edges of the map, then you will need to have a new save game slot. The map by Befelden by Torben. I'm not sure on that one because it does say new save game required, but I think that's beneath the previous changelog. You might have to read that. The John Deere 6R series by Blauer. We've got the Amazon Combi Disc 3000 by Vertex Design, the Amazon D9 by Vertex Design, the Lizard Cutting Cart by Design Farming, CelobukiModding 88, Nico Do 55, the Lizard P93S Pack by Blend Art, Kolchosnik Jr, TT Check Modding Agro Sketch, the Lizard Rumbler Van by DD Mod Passion, the Pinnacle 6x4 Tanker by Farm Mods TV, the VDI Pigsty by Vertex Design, the Storage Building Package by Vertex Design, the Placeable Decoratives Pack by Farm Mods TV, and the John Deere CS690 and 606SH608SH Lavender by Akimobile and Agro. Tonho, they've all had updates, so we will start with what's in front of me. This is my apartment, not my apartment, I assume Grimlock RRC, which is who it's by. It's 5.57 megabytes download, it's 36 slots, 55,000 to buy, so you can't go into the building. We do have a garage to the side, but there's no garage door that opens and closes, but there is a garage to the side. We have our sleep trigger here at the front. We have our wardrobe trigger around the side just there. Nicely made, nicely detailed. Under build mode and under farmhouses is where you will find it. Just there, the slot count will come down from 36 down to 2. That's my apartment by Grimlock RRC. Next we've got this. This is the Mercury Yard Light by LegacyAg-LAC, 0.80 megabytes download, 4 slots and 3 slots, 4 slots for the standalone version, which looks like that. And then we do have one that's wall mounted, which I will show you now. Under build mode, under decoration, we do have 19 plus. When I say plus, we've got two packs or 3 packs of stuff today. If we go to lights, out on the end there, so that's your Mercury light, the first one. Slot count comes down from 4 to 1, 350 to buy, and then you've got that one there, which is the wall mounted 350. Slot count of 3 comes down to 1 once we've purchased it. So we get our wall light here like this. Let's find a wall, shall we? We can rotate it, find our wall like that. When we get close enough to it, press triangle to get rid of the sign that says overlaps with another object. Boom, job done. We have a wall mounted light. If I go back to that, go to decoration again, go to lights. I don't know if we can put this on a lower object, whether it's just that height or no, I think it's that height all the time. I don't think we can adjust the height. No, I can just zoom in out. So that's going to be that height all the time, which is actually half the height of the actual standard pole, but still fairly high up on a building. So you're going to need a bit of height to put those lights up. Anyway, Mercury Yard Lights by LegacyAg-LAC. Next, we've got the large Polish shed. This is by Squashim. It is 10.5 megabytes download, 5 slots on console, 8,000 to buy. This is really nicely detailed and weathered, this. I like it a lot. There's no lighting on it. Look at the dust and stuff and muck and some gathered under the underside. Sort of the poster dirty. It's nice. This one, build mode and sheds. Just there, the large Polish shed. Slot count will come down from 5 to 1. As I said, 8 grand to place. That's by Squashim. Next, we have got the Lizard Water Tower. The next few, these are all by MrHector, and these are all from Carpathian Countryside. If you remember when I did my Let's Play on there, if you watched it, if you didn't, that's fine. Go back and watch it. It's a good watch. I love that map. It's absolutely brilliant. Up there with one of my favourites, I have to say. So we have got the Lizard Water Tower. This is 6.12 megabytes download, 6 slots on console, 50,000 to buy when you've placed it and come and get water from it. The water is free. You don't get charged for it. It's quite a big water tower. But again, level of detail on all of these mods. Absolutely fantastic. This one you find under build mode, and this was containers, I think it was. if I recall correctly. There you go. 50 grand stock count will come down to 1. Come back out of there. Next, we've got, this is the, actually I'll do the one back because this is in the order I've got them in. We've got the lizard repair ramp. I thought we'd had this one out already, actually. Maybe I imagined that. 6.43 megabytes download, 6 slots on console, 15,000 to buy. Under build mode, under tools, just there, 15 grand. As I said, stock count will come down to 1. Your trigger is just here. Drive up onto it. I use this a lot on Carpathian. I don't know why. I really like this one. There's vehicle options there. Come across the front here. I think I've got this in the right order now. This is the... I haven't. It's alright. This is the liquid fertilizer tanks. This is 3.92 megabytes download, 4 slots, 42,000 to buy, holds 166,000 litres. Taking out is done just here, but this is one of the ones where you go and you get it refilled by somebody. You can go the full 166,000 litres or increments up, all the way up to whatever you want to put in it. Once you've put the desired amount in, pay to purchase, and then when you come with whatever vehicle it is, you back up, drive forward, whatever you want to do, and you can get your liquid fertiliser out. Very nice indeed. Next we have got, this is the Lizard fuel tank. This is 2.9 megabytes download, 4 slots on console, 20,000 to buy, holds 35,000 litres. I didn't show you where that was. I think these are all in the same place, these next 3, so I can show you them all together. Same thing, taking out is done here, refilling is done here. Again, 35,000 litres, and we've got increments all the way up to our 35. Put in whatever you want. Same thing again, come and take from it. Lovely job. And the next that, we've got this. This is the Lizard liquid manure tank. 12.59 megabytes download, 8 slots on console, 80,000 to buy, and it holds 1.3 million litres. With this one you can put in and take out. As you can see, we've got our dropping off trigger and our taking out trigger. I have already put some in. I've got 169,879 litres in here. I think we're almost up to the first ring. Yeah, you just see the line just over there. We're just almost up to the first ring. So 1.3 million litres it will hold. Again, nicely detailed, nicely weathered, all of these. So these last 3 that we just looked at, under build mode, and these are under containers. I'll take that back. I could have shown you more in the water tower, because that's where the water tower was, wasn't it? That's where the liquid fertiliser tank is. Slot count comes down to 1. That's where the fuel tank is. Slot count also comes down to 1. The last one is under silos. I do apologise. It's just there, because it's a silo. And that's slot count comes down to 1 on that as well. So, containers... That's tools, container, containers, containers, that one, silos. That's where you'll find them. All of those by MrHector. Next, we've got this. This is the chicken coop by celobuki. 7.79 megabytes download, 11 slots on console, 45,000 to buy. It will hold 500 chickens. We do have a switch on the front here for our shed lights, on and off. Very nice. I do like this one. I like ones that don't take up a lot of room, that have a large capacity, because you can start off with a few and it gives you the ability then they can, you know, they can reproduce. But up to 500 is what you'll get, and your egg boxes, pallets will spawn out to the side just here. Under build mode, under animals, chickens out on the end there, 45 grand, and the slot count comes down from 11 to 1. While we're in here, the next 2 are here and here. And this is the cow barn set by Lancyboi. 15.46 megabytes download, 26 slots each. They hold 500 each. These are under cows, because they are cow barns. Out on the end there, we've got one that's 200,000, which is this one. And then we've got one that's 250,000, which is this one. And this one's got a feeding robot on the end here, as you can see on the end, on the side. The buildings are almost identical. We do have colour options on these as well. As you can see, this one we've got sort of yellowy beige sides to it. That one we've got orange sides to it. If I grab another one, doesn't matter, they both do it. Swing that round and we zoom in a bit so we can see the sides there. Actually, it's right in front of me. That's perfect. And on the D-pad, we scroll through. These are our different colours we can choose. Like so, if you wish. So that's where you'll find them. Let's hop out, whiz across the way. Now that one I've got them closed, this one I've got them open. When I say open and closed, the shutters on the side open. The doors open all the way around, as you can see. It's in kind of 4 segments. Dialogue box is here for your 500. Slurry point is here. Now this first one, the 200,000 one that doesn't have the feeding robot, does have a manure storage. Bedding, well, sort of not bedding, feed is the trigger here, but I only got feed to appear. We do have shed lights, so I'm going to turn shed lights on, that'd be easy, wouldn't it? Shed lights are over here. Actually, when you get into the middle, turn on shed lights. There we go, that's better. As you can see, here's my manure point, and the manure is already forming on the floor. And when I put the feed in, the feed only appeared here. And because this is in 4 quadrants, each quadrant has got its own milk tank. But this is the milk point. There's one milk point. That's your feed point. And then we come across, if I jump the fence here and come over to here, as you can see there, it says closed door. If I do that. So for our ventilation, each quadrant has its own closed door option. This one was it here? This one's for this one. Over there. This one is right over there in that corner, and then we got another one. Where's the other one? I think it's over in that corner. Yeah, there we are. There we go. For that one there, and then the bedding trigger is here, and the bedding goes in, as you can see, in each of the sections, depending on how they're bedded up and how they're being milked. So that's the first one. The second one with the feed robot, on the hour, every hour, if you have... Now, you can put your feed in normally. You can just drive along, and with a trailer or a feed mixer wagon, you can put your total mix ration in, no problem. But if you want to, if you've paid the money to get the feed robot, if you haven't seen one of these before, you put your requisite materials in. So you put your hay, your straw, your silage in here. You put your mineral feeds in here. On the hour, the shutters go down, the robot takes a little bit of each, puts it into a little robot. Here, the robot comes out, goes into the building, feeds, comes round, comes back out again. Now, I didn't put any feed on the inside on this one. If we come to... Why is the thing not coming up? There we go, bottom right. It should say food 14,250 litres. So that'll keep that topped up. So I didn't put any in. That's on the hour. That went and did that. No problem at all. All good. But the difference between the two as well on this one, not only has this got the feed robot, this doesn't have a manure trigger. It doesn't have a manure heap here. So if you want manure from this one, you're going to need to put a manure heap in. Still has the shutters on the sides. I'm not sure how you got out. What? Anyway, that's the cow barn set by Lancyboi. Next we've got this. This is the small haul by ikas. 4.9 megabytes download. 10 slots on console, 40,000 to buy. We've got a colour choice on this as well. We can go in through the main door if we want to, but if we go to here, just the side there, and just the side there, we can open the doors. You don't have to go inside to open the doors, but we do have a... There we go. And the light switch was over here, I believe. There we go, lights on and off. Like so. Build mode and sheds is where you'll find it. Just there, 40,000. Slot count comes down from 10 to 1. That's the small haul for ikas. Next, we've got this. This is the Unia U350/1. This is by Puszkap. It is 8.45 megabytes download, 7 slots on console, 3.5 meters wide. You will find this under cultivators. So out on the very end, and then we've got these two we're going to have a look at as well in a moment. But the U350/1 by Puszkap. Slot count comes down to 1, 80 horsepower required, 3.5 metres wide. Sorry for the 3 metre aficionados. We've got the option of roller, no or yes. We've then got wheels 1 and 2. Main colour, anything on that palette. Design colour, anything on that palette. And those are your options. I'll start this side. This is on the bit that will give me stones because of the way I set the map up. Drop it down. And it's not bringing any up. We'll see when we go across here. If we drop it down. Yep, shallow cultivation. Across a stubble field. Yeah, shallow cultivator. That's pretty cool. 3.5 metres wide. The Unia U350/1. That's by Puszkap. Next, we've got these. There are two here. We've got the Unia Grudziądz U410 to U416 or 416 by PanSimono. 4.79 megabytes download, 3 slots each, 2.5 to 3 meters. The difference between the two, we've got a more expensive one, I think it's 3,700, has got 3 rows of tines, and then the slightly smaller one has got 2 rows. I think this one only has the option of duck feet. That one has duck feet and tines as an option. So actually 3 rows and 2 rows. And we have got the option on both of them to go from 2.5 to 3 meters, if I recall correctly. Also found under cultivators, as we just saw. So the first one, yeah, 3,700 and 3,000. So the 3 tine, the 2 tine. Options on this one, we've got configuration yes or no. So you can have the wheels on there, yes or no. You don't have to have them. If we have them on there, you've got wheel holders, and this is very specific. Type 1, 2, 3, 4 and back, so that's just the way the wheels are attached. Then you've got older type or newer type. That's the brackets that hold everything together. We've got spring teeth, or we've got semi-spring tines, the duck feet on there. So you've got the option of either on those. You've got warning signs, yes or no. And you've got the cultivator model, the Agropan 1 at 2.5 meters. The extension now, the Agropan 2 at 3 meters. Main colour, anything on that palette. Teeth colour does the tines. Additional equipment is for the wheels. And then we've got additional colour does the strips around the wheels. Actually, should have gone for a different colour that stood out. There we go. Those are the choices on that one. And then the 2-row configuration, yes or no. Same thing with the wheels. Same thing with the holders. Warning signs, yes or no. Again, 2.5 or 3 meters. We don't have the option. Yeah, don't have the option to change the tines. They are just like that. You don't have the duck foot option, which is what I thought. Then we've got main colour, teeth colour, additional equipment, and the additional colour exactly the same as the previous version. But this one, I think that one's the same as well, has these little hooks at the back, so you can attach another piece of equipment. Now obviously I'm cultivating and I've got this which has got a power harrow on it, which you wouldn't do, but this was there and I thought I'll just grab it rather than grab another modded one. Just to show you though, you can if you want. If we hook that up, now what I would say, this needs to be put onto a small tractor. If you put this onto a larger tractor that's got a wider wheelbase or twin wheels or wide wheels, and you've got these wheels on, the wheels will clip through the wheels of the tractor. So your tractor needs to be narrower than the cultivator for it to look right. Or take the wheels off, it's entirely up to you. If I just back up, you'll see we get the option to hook up. So you can, obviously I wouldn't do something this big on there, but as you can see, you can hook up if you wish. Drop it down. And this one, unlike the previous one we looked at, is not a shallow cultivator. So you're not getting a shallow cultivating. If I whiz across the bit that's got stones available, this should bring up stones. There you go, straight away. We are bringing up stones. And then the other one is exactly the same. Just 2 rows rather than 3. But this one also has the little attachers on the back, so if you want to put a small seeder or something on there, you absolutely can. That's the Unia Grudziądz U410, U410 to U416 by PanSimono. Next, we've got these. This is the Lizard Shield 895 Bale Grab by AgrarDesignAustria. 3.8 megabytes download, 2 slots on console, and it looks like this. Or you can have it that looks like this. Now this one, I've had a bit of a problem with this. Because this is a bale slice knife, however you refer to it. As you can see, it's got a blade there, and it's got like a little hook there that hooks into the bales. Now what I found was, once I'd lowered down, if that little bit there, it's like a little shark fin, once it touched the bale, I couldn't get the bale off, unless you do the operation which it's designed to do, which you're about to see. This you will find under front loader tools, which I've now lost. Oh, there we go, front loader tools. Out on the very end there, 1,250 slot count. Of, what was the slot count did I say it was? 2 comes down to 1, so not very much anyway. So you've got the option of bale grab. Just the bale grab, grabs a bale, happy days. You can have the bale cutter. And like I say, that's got that little blade bit that adds in there and the blade on the outside. You can have the bale cutter, I'll show you those. We've then got the bale grab, Bale cutter. Oh yeah, then we've got attach type 3-point. Front loader are the two options. I've got one of each. And we've got attaches standard or big bag lifter, which is very cool. So I'll show you the options for those. So for a front loader, and again, you can have a front loader on the front of a tractor. This is just a front loader vehicle. We can move it in and out like so. Get over our bale. Try and get that onto the end if we can. Do that and that. You can get really tight on that. We lift up. All good, happy days, he says, as the bale starts to move. I didn't have a problem with that at all when I was doing my testing. Anyway, so that's round bales. It will do square bales as well. I did get one out. I mean, it will do square bales. But if I do this and swing that all the way up and round like that, and then tilt the whole lot forward, if you've gone for the bale grab option on it as well, not the bale grab, the bag handler grab, as you can see, click on that, and we can pick up bags as well. So not only is it a bale grab, it's a bag grab as well for loading your seeders, fertilizer spreaders, that kind of thing, which I think is very cool. Drop that down, back away very carefully. That's that one. Now this one, so I've already got the bale on it, which is frustrating, but I've already got the bale on it. But what this one does, the bale cutter, we can raise and lower it. Raise and lower, it says front loader tool, but I've got it on the back. We've got manual adjustment up and down, side to side. But what this has also got, if I go R1, hang on, why is it? Oh, there you go. L1, R1, it says unload here. Press triangle. Why is it not doing it? There we go. Unload here. It might have been because I was just over the where the vehicle spawns. So yeah, unload here, and it will cut the bale. It shreds the bale up. Then you can open your blade back up again, so it just simulates slicing the bale, cutting it, spreading it. So there we go. It will do that if you go for that one. That's a pretty useful bit of kit, that. I like that. Lizard Shield 895 Bale Grab by AEN Design. Next, actually we're right by it. That was a bit of luck, isn't it? Just here, we've got the Volvo F16 Bullbar for the F16 fighter jet, if you want a Bullbar on it. This by HR Forst und Fahrzeugbau. 5.3 megabytes download, 5 slots each. We have got 2. We've got the F16 that goes on the F16 Volvo if you've got the pack. You don't have to have the pack. And then we've got this one here, which is a more general one, and you will see how they work. They come in a box like this, and it says on the box what you need to do. If you go for the one for the Volvo, what you need to do is make sure the front of your lorry, as it shows the picture here, the box is at the front. On this one, the box is at the back. That's important. Under build, not under build mode, under tools, and I think it's just miscellaneous. Out on the end there. So the F16 Bullbar and the Universal Bullbar. Slot counts of 5 come down to 1. Options on both. We've got Bullbar, Bullbar with grid, Bullbar with light, Bullbar with grid and light. I think I went for one with just light and one with the grid and the light. Bullbar pipe colour, anything on that palette, like that. And then grid colour, anything on that palette. So you can change those. And then the same with the Universal Bullbar. Options are exactly the same. So here's how they work. Very, very cool. I like them. So our lights on our F16, fairly normal, fairly alright. Drive forward, and it gives me the option to attach, and it does that. That one attaches automatically. You don't have to do anything to it once it's on, and depending on what colour options you've gone for to match or complement your lorry, it's up to you. So put my normal lights on, that's cool. Need to turn towards something where you can see how bright they are, because honestly these make a massive difference. And then L1, and it says turn on additional lights. Let's turn those on. Boom! Look! That is nuts! But absolutely fantastic! They are so bright! So that's on the F16. If you go for the other option, you need to reverse up to it. So this is just a standard in-game. We back up, get the option to hook up, it does that, but then puts them on the front. But as you can see, whoa! But L1, right stick side to side, we can adjust them to whatever position we want, so we can get them just where we want, so they look like they should be on there, like that maybe. And then R1, and we've got right stick up and down to adjust our height on them as well. So wherever you want to place them, get them just where you're happy with them, job done. And then the same option, turn on additional lights, boom. So you can take any lorry that's got alright lights to a lorry that's got Lights brighter than the sun. Where you can melt things just by turning your lights on. I really like that. I think I'm going to be using these on things. Now, I haven't tried every lorry in-game. I haven't tried pickups or anything like that. To see, I'm sure people find all sorts of things you can put these on. I haven't even tried putting these on a tractor or anything yet, so I'm sure people will have a fiddle around. There are so many things you could potentially put them on. But anyway, that's the Volvo F16 Bullbar by HR Forst und Fahrzeugbau. Next, we've got this. This is the Rapide 580U 8-wheel tandem by Stefan NB2. 13.74 megabytes download, 8 slots on console, 35,000 litre capacity. This is a forage wagon, but what's very cool about this, it's an 8-wheel because it's got 8 wheels. 4 there, which reduces compaction across the field. But what's also very cool, there's all this, look, all this gubbins, all this stuff going on. This seems to be the word of the week there this week. That has got a rear steering, 2 independent sets. So those 2 and those 2 will all steer in the same direction, but sort of independently. Does that make sense? But then when you reverse, they lock, so they don't go all over the place. That's again to reduce compaction when you're turning on the field as well. It doesn't drag the wheels around and cause extra compaction. That's really cool. So this you'll find under forage wagons. Just there, 111,000 to buy. Slot count comes down to 1. 150 horsepower required. We have got the option of Trelleborg with those. We've got Michelin with those. We've got BKT with those. Vredestein with those. And back to Trelleborg. We've got a silage additive tank, yes or no, so you can run your silage additive if you wish. Main colour, anything on that palette, like that. Design colour, the bit at the moment that's yellow. You can turn to any colour on that palette like that. Frame colour does the chassis undersection. Why did I pick the same colour? There we go, like that. Rim colour, anything on that palette. We've got a silver on there. And then again, like I say, anything you want to choose for there. With the license plate option on there too. So let's see this in action, shall we? Now we do have up front, so if you are using a forage harvester, we can adjust that and bring that right the way down so it makes it easier for putting in, like that. If you wish. We do have a bit of option as well under R1 right stick up and down for adjusting the angle of said dangle, because you might get some lean and depending on what tractor you're on, it can put a lot of extra weight on the hitch, so you can adjust the vehicle that way. We turn it on like that, drop the pickup like that. What you'll see when we turn, watch, look at that rear set, both independent, almost like a slip diff, so it doesn't, because if it was one complete bar of 4 you'd still get more compaction, but the fact they're independent, moving independently, so that rear section, but that's such a brilliant design, it's fantastic. And then we go and we pick up. The movement as well on that rear section. Suspension, travel, it's brilliant. It's really cool. I like that. Something a bit different, isn't it? Then we come to unload. Unload here. Oh, that was the other thing. Oh, I knew there was something. I'm thinking, I'm sure there was something with the unload. There was something with the unload. R1, we got tip side, back, left or right, because on the back it's got like a mixer wagon. We've got these sections, we've got a conveyor on the back, so we can either unload like a forage wagon normally does, where back opens and out it comes, or we've got tip side left and tip side right with the conveyors. As you just saw, I did tip side right and it all came out the side. If I do tip side left now, you've seen these unload to the back, and then, yeah, I mean that's just normal now, isn't it? So if we unload now, there you go. So if you are using this to put bedding in, or if you're just feeding hay or whatever you're doing for your animals, you can use this in a barn building, that kind of thing as well. Awesome. The Schroutermarker Rapide 580 huge 8-wheel tandem by Stefan NB2. Next we have got, where did I put them? Oh, they're right next to me. Yay. We've got these, the Pöttinger Top 612C. This is by AgrarDesignAustria, 17.2 megabytes download, 12 slots on console, 5.9 meters wide. We have two. The difference between the two is this one comes with the top section removed and stored. So if you're putting these in a low building, you can get into a low building and store it, no problem at all. That one comes fully ready to go, but it's a lot higher, so you would need a higher building. That's the only difference I can see, because once they're unfolded, they both do exactly the same thing. So these you'll find under windrowers. Out on the very end there, the top 612C, 5.9 metres wide. Slot count comes down to 1. Only 40 horsepower are required. So with spikes and protection, without, that's the only difference. So when you unfold it, it unfolds. We've got Vredestein, we've got Mitas for our tyre choices. We've got a spare wheel on there, yes or no. Puts a spare wheel down at the front. Yes or no. We have got weight set for attaching onto our 3-point. We've got a swath cloth underneath. Yes or no. We've got multitasked. That puts the extra wheels on there. Back fender. Yes or no. We have those on or off if you don't want the rear fenders. Then we've got design yellow. Yellow 2. That's on the top section, so yellow and yellow 2. We've then got design colour, that's for the bottom section if you've gone for the swath cloth. So you can match up our yellows or contrast our yellows in plastic or rubber if you wish. Wheel hub colour, that's down the bottom there. Black or red, and then license plate option on there too. So I'll show you this one because this one does more when it unfolds. It's more, it's just... So unfold windrower. There you go, does that as it unfolds, whereas that one is already done, just unfolds. That's the difference. Turn it on, drop it down, 5.9 meters. There's no adjustment, left, right, swinging it around, anything like that. Oh, it's difficult to see, but there is grass cut underneath. The grass is already regrown, but it is windrowing. You can see the windrow forming. There you go. It's a windrower. The Pöttinger 612C. That's by AgrarDesignAustria. Next, we have this beastie. This is the Lizard D14.000 by SleutjesModding. 37.79 megabytes download. 12 slots for the vehicle itself. We have then got a grain back, which can convert into a flatbed as well. That grain back is 5 slots. We've got a tipper, which is 3 slots. We've got a tank, which is 5 slots. And then we've got a loader, which is 3 slots. You will find the vehicle under vehicles, under trucks, just there, 24,500, that's all, 130 horsepower. We've got wheel setup standard or hubcap, those are 2 options. We've got low skirt, we've got landmark and low skirt. We've got horn, left, right, both. We've got Michelin dole to the left, to the right, or off. We've got antennas, left, right, both. We've got placard. Now it's got it's got a little placard there, which I think is just a little light. You've got that with Deus, is that on it? And then farming. I went for farming. I didn't know if it would light up saying farming, but it's just a little light. Then we've got exhaust original, which is over this side. Original or chrome. We've got rear lane, original or new model. What was that on? Oh, it's on the back there, on the rear bumper. Rear lane and original. We've got window, original or old, and that's original. Dark, sorry, original. Old track, medium, dark. There you go, those are our options. I think I went for that one. And we've got main colour, anything on this palette. Oh, I went for that one. There you go. Fenders, anything on that palette. Fuel tank. We could go stainless, plastics, like that. Rim colour, again, anything on that palette. We've got grey, we've got white, we've got a chrome. Like that. And then got a license plate on there as well. So come out of there and we go down to our tools and equipment. Go trailers first. So we start off with the grain back. 12,800 litres, like so, or bale trailer. I've got one of each just to show you them, but those are 2 options. Decals, yes or no. We've got main colour, anything on that palette. Decals, anything on that palette. Cover colour, again, anything on that palette, like that. We've then got next to that the tipper. tipper extension on that as well. We've got 8,500 litres or we've got 14,500 litres. Main colour, anything on that pallet, just like that. Then we come out of there and we go to, I think it was under animals. I want to say under animals. There we go, just there. The tank, 6,500, 6,000 litres capacity. Slot count comes down to 1. You've got decorative boxes on the top. Yes, yes 2, or off. And then we've got a main colour of anything on that pallet like that. Then we come out of from there and we go down to our low loaders. Out on the very end, the deck loader, 5,640. Slot count comes down to 1. We can change the main colour to anything on that pallet. I'll start in reverse order because this is what I'm next to, but anyway. We hook up and then we go like that. Now this one's very high, and so depending on what you're loading onto this, you're okay as long as you don't beach on this section here. So when you get up there, yeah, you're going to have to be very high off the axles so you don't hit the bottom of whatever you're doing, because it does sit very high. Because I think even if you disconnect it, yeah, it still sits high. So even if you put those down and disconnect it. Anyway, I won't hook up to the tanker because it's the tank. Once you've hooked up 6,000 litres, it's a tank. The only thing we'll say is it's quite slow to reverse. I mean, it's a proper beast. Horn, actually, let's do. Lights, yeah, you'll see the farming one, look. It depends what you've gone for, that you don't have to go for any of those, actually. We don't have any doors or windows that open on this. So, there we go. Unload here. Fairly straightforward. Disconnect that. Now what I will say is unloading, I have on unloading, when you disconnect, I had a couple of them when I disconnected. They didn't quite catapult, but they didn't disconnect smoothly. Let's just say that. The Bale one I won't attach to either. It's got Bale straps on it. Fairly straightforward. This one we've got open cover, yes or no, which is quite straightforward. Interior of this, I do like it. It goes up to 80. But we have got unload, so we've got tip side back, grain door. Actually, what I should have done. Right, that's easier. Let's do this. And get rid of it all in a sale point, rather than piling up on the floor. So, once empty, we do have the option to, on L1, and right stick side to side, we can do that. When it's all the way up, that closes. R1 and right stick side to side does that. So we can do that. We can do that. And then L1, R1 and right stick up and down, we can do that. So you can open the whole thing up. So even though, but it doesn't have straps on this, but even though it's got a capacity, we still have the option, if you wanted to, of putting something into it. If it's pallets, or I suppose you could even back it up and put a vehicle in there if you wanted to. And you can back a cover as well. There we go. That's the Lizard D14.000 by SleutjesModding. Which brings me on to the last of the mods for Friday, the 1st of... Did I say November at the start? Apologies, December. I'll change it in editing if I said the wrong thing. And it's these. These are phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I mean, just... look at that, will you? When I said that was a beast, these are weapons. I mean, absolutely, and they look awesome. And some of the options on these and some of the things they do, just wow. This is the Lizard Silverado 3500 by Agro Tonho. 12 slots. And... oh, hang on. I didn't write down the slot counts for the backs. We should be able to check that actually. Let's go to our least items, and it should be under miscellaneous. 2 slots, 2 slots, 4 slots. There we go. So 4 slots for the back, 2 slots for the flatbed, 2 slots for the service body. We'll have a look at those anyway. Obviously the Silverado by Agro Tonho, made famous by the Eagles. Silverado, why don't you come to your senses? That one, you know. You're welcome. But these are just amazing. Anyway, I don't know why I did that. If we go to our cars, the main vehicle is here. This has got so many options. It's only 29 grand, which is just bonkers. Now, I've looked at the manuals and the automatics. They run the same. I mean, there may be some differences in gearbox, that kind of thing, but we've got the Silverado 8-speed manual at 401 horsepower and then 8-speed automatic. Manual automatic, you can still set it on cruise control. It will still run. You don't have to change gear manually. You've then got the 10-speed manual, 445 horsepower and automatic, and then we've got the 6-speed at 550 horsepower, which only has 3,200 to the price, and then we've got an automatic on there as well. We've then got wheel brand. We've got Continental, Michelin, Michelin 2, Michelin 3, Michelin 4, Michelin 5. Or say Michelin Dolly, should I say. Dolly. Julie. Dolly. So we'll start with Continental. We've got rim 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we go to rim 1, 2, which is the Julie. And back again. So you can go for a Julie in the standard if you want to. We've then got Michelin 1, rim 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back to rim 1. Michelin 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, 4. Oh, actually, we've got the bead locks on these as well. On some of those options. Then we've got to 4. Bit more fancy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back again. Then we go to the Julie. 1, 2, 3. And then rim 1, 2, 3. Back again. I mean, just look at the width of those. Oh, just wow. We then got front 1 with headlight, front 2 with headlights inside. I went for the seal. I think I went for one of each. I'm trying to think what I went for. We then got standard suspension or raised. So if you feel like a bit of a off-roady beastie, you can. Those are two options. We then got bumper. We got metal base and metal bumper. Metal base black bumper. Metal base coloured bumper. Black base metal bumper. We'll go for all these options. I'll just scroll through them so you can see the various different options we've got. Then on to model 2. As you can see, we go from that and it puts lights in the front. More of an off-roady look. Then you've got model 2 with hook. That's got a winch on it. If you've got the platinum, the winch works. Then we've got low bumper with a bash plate on there. And then back again. We've got extension 1. This is on the sides of the arches. You got plastic, primary colour, plastic extension, primary colour, or back again. We've then got extra headlight up on the top, LED. Then you've got a roof rack with lights. You've then got beacon light orange, blue and red beacon light with front light, blue and light with front light, or off. I went with mixtures, I think. We've then got door handles and stirrups. Metal door handle. Sorry, we start off with plastic. These are in the wrong order. Metal, coloured. Yeah, they should be the other way around. Then you've got with stirrup. Again, go through the door handles with the stirrup, then off again. I think I went for maybe one of each. Then we've got window film, standard, smoked 1, 2, 3, back again. We've then got mirrors and hood scoop. So this is on the sides of the mirrors and the hood scoops. Plastic and plastic. We've got plastic and metal, or metal and plastic. Then you've got coloured. And then we change to the metal on the grills. It just runs through a few different options between the grills and the sides of the mirrors. Centre console and interior, we have got centre console 1 and black interior, centre console 1 and orange interior, centre console 2 with black interior and orange interior, and back off again. We then got attachers on the back. We've got standard. No, hang on. The attachers was standard or long chassis. That depends on the back you choose. Where it says standard, that's short. Long is normal. You'll see when we go to the options. Then we've got shaft width. So, track width, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And if you've gone 4, sorry, there's so many options on this. This is like an 82 Studio one. This is absolutely nuts. If we go back to that. So if you haven't got the Julie on, it does all of your axles. Where are we? So as you can see, it will do all of them. If you've got a Julie, it won't just does the front. But if you've got normal, 1, 2, 3, 4. It does all of your axles, both of your axles. Then you've got exhaust on the back. We've got a standard exhaust. We've got with a black tip, hexagonal black tip. Then you've got dual exhaust, standard, black tip, hexagonal, black tip, and back to standard. We've then got main colour. Anything on this palette. We've then got suspension colour underneath, depending on what you've gone for. It'll change your suspension colour. And if you've gone for the high lift with the suspension, it puts your suspension, like your rod arms and stuff like that. You can see those as well. Those have changed colour as well. We've then got grid on the front. We can change the colour. I'm going to go for bright stuff so you can see it. There you go. Does that one. Grid 2 does the inner grid like that. Rim colour. You've guessed it. Does the rim colour, and then license plate option on the 2. Right. Whew, I hope I'm not going to run out of time. Then we go to all of our bits and bobs. That's all under miscellaneous. So as I said, you've got normal body and short body. So if you've gone for the short back, you want short. If you went for what said long back, you want normal. I don't know why they don't match up, but anyway. So you've got the normal body. You've got the short and normal flatbed, and then you've got the short and normal service. If you have the short one, it's 4,000 litres of fuel it will take. It will carry on it, and the normal will do 5,000. So options on these, we've got extensions, plastic or primary colour, and then you've got the wider extensions, plastic or primary colour. Then you've got the jewellery. Again, so depending on what options you've gone for on the back, you can go for various different ones. You've then got on the back, bumper metallic, black, colourful, back again. Roll cage, no. Black roll cage, metallic roll cage, black roll cage with grid, metallic roll cage with grid, or no. I think I went for black with grid. We've got bed cover and box. So you've got bed cover, you can have a box, or no. Those are your options there. We then got antennas, left, right, both or off. Stickers, no. We've got Silverado or the stripe, whichever we go for. Then you've got attachers, this is where it was, attachers, standard. You've got standard hitch or this one, the adjustable hitch. That's brilliant. I've got that on all of mine. Main colour again, anything on that palette. Sticker colour, anything on that palette. License plate option on there too. If we then move on to the flatbed, we've got attacher, same thing, standard, or we've got adjustable. Main colour, anything on that palette. And then we've got the service body, attacher, again, standard, hitch, or adjustable. We've got the rack, yes or no. So you can have a rack on there, which does have tension straps, so you can put stuff on the roof, on the back if you want to. We then got main colour. Hang on, what am I missing here? Oh, there we go. Sorry. I suddenly thought there's some more options. So we've got adjustable hitch on the back. We've then got fifth wheel inside for regular trailers. You've got gooseneck hitch. Then you've got gooseneck flat fifth wheel with standard hitch with fifth wheel. Standard hitch with gooseneck. Then you've got adjustable hitch with fifth wheel. Adjustable hitch with gooseneck. So many options on this. It's crazy. So you've got a whole lot of options on there. Then we've got main colour, as we've seen. We've then got sticker colour, which does the doors. We've then got grid colour, which does the top rack. And we've got license plate option on there as well. Whew. Right, let's jump in. Now watch the wing mirrors when I get in and start the engine up. Listen to it. Oh! And they go off. But watch when I indicate. Oh, that is just... Oh! But that's not all. Look in the back. The headrests on the back on the seats. When I turn the engine on, they've got screens. They've got screens in their headrests. How cool is that? Oh, it sounds so good. And it looks just fantastic. Went for red suspension, as you can see on there. Now, the adjustable hitch on the back. We can unfold trailer like that. Does have tension straps in the back. If I go L1, R1 and left stick side to side, we can adjust that up or down depending on what you're towing. You can adjust the height on it. If you want it out of the way, if you're off-roading a bit, just bring it all the way up and out of the way, and it doesn't get, well, it shouldn't get too hung up. Dual exhaust, jewellery's in the back. Oh, I did go for the jewellery back as well, but they really stick out on there as well. Lights, let's go through our light options. Boom, boom, boom. And that's the same. Lighting, I mean, wow. I went for the orange flashing lights in there, but again, you don't have to. Sunroof in there as well, it's just mint. We've then got, we go back to the vehicle. So under 1 we've got suspension and mirrors. L1 and right stick side to side raises the back, raises and lowers the back. Up and down raises and lowers the whole lot. So we do have some suspension travel, and that's on the standard one. That's not the raised suspension, that's the standard. So you do get a bit of suspension travel. So you can raise and lower if you want to. And then we go inside and we've got some mirror adjustment. So that's L1, R1. What did left stick side to side do? Oh, that's the back, isn't it? Oh, that's my hitch, yeah. L1, R1. There we go. Right stick side to side, we've got adjustment. So we've got adjustment in and out, and forwards and backwards. And that does both at the same time. So we've got some adjustment on our mirrors. Then we switch from that, press triangle, and we've got seat and steering column. So if we go R1, right stick side to side, up and down. So we can adjust our steering column. Then L1, R1, right stick side to side. Adjust our seating position up or down, so you can get your best view, whatever you're happier with. I think I went for something like that. Obviously you can adjust them once you're in it, but those are our choices. Oh, that was the other thing as well. When we go for our light options, we scroll through them all and we get an interior light there as well, look. It's just so cool. 98 mile an hour top speed. Look at the width of that. I mean, that's just an absolute beast. But so I went for that one. Then I went for this one, standards with the Julie. This is my service one. That one I went for a bash plate on the front with the lighting on the front there. And then we got the roof box on this. I think I went for red and blue lights flashing, yeah, on that one. But we do straps. As you can see, straps in the back bed, straps on the top as well. This has got 5,000 litres. I've only put 1,078 in, but we'll take 5,000 litres of fuel if you've gone for the long back, 4,000 litres of fuel. This is on the lower suspension as well, but we do have all the same options on the previous one. If we go back to the vehicle, we can adjust our suspension up and down, adjust the rear up a little bit, which I think I went for, the rear up a little bit. But it's same, it's got screens in the headrests, everything else just a little bit different. And then the last one, which I went for the flatbed on the back, but this one more of a, this is properly raised. And this one, if you've got platinum expansion, winch on the front as well if you've gone for that option. Lights there, lights on the rack. It's just wow. I went for the fifth wheel attacher, and you can see with the raised suspension, you see the colour there. But we've still got the options on that as well. If we go to that, we can still raise and lower it even more. We do have some slightly different top speeds as well, I think, depending on which one you went for. I can't remember which ones I went for each one. Oh, that's the 8-speed manual, 86 miles an hour. That one was the 6 speeds. Yes, that's the one with the big, says 98 miles an hour. Please tell me I went for the 10 speed on this one. I bet I didn't, did I? Oh, I did. 10 speed. There we go. 86 as well. But there you go. The Silverado. I'm not sure which of these I prefer. I'd like the raised one. I think that looks awesome with the different configurations you can go for. I think I probably wish I'd have gone for this bumper on this one. But that said, I don't know, that does look very, very cool. Anyway, I digress. I'm probably running out of time. That's the mods for Friday, December the 1st. That's the Lizard Silverado 3500 by Agro Tonho. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And thanks for watching.